Elbows are bent. Let's see if that other elbow, yeah, both elbows are bent. So you really need to do some postural work if you don't want future problems. Go ahead and lift your arms straight up over your head, all the way up. Yeah, and see you're a little bit tight there. You feel any kind of tightness?
I mean, sort of.
Back down. Arms out to the side this way and all the way up over your head again. All the way up. Elbows straight. There you go. Back down. Bend your elbows right here. Bring your arms back. And then down. Go ahead and sit here on the edge of this table for me. I'm going to get this table up a little higher. Long legs. All right, bend your elbow up, this right one all the way up. Yeah, a little bit forward you all the way straight. Let's go to here. All the way up. 143. That's great. Range of motion's fantastic. Any problem there?
I mean, it's a little bit tighter than that.
Okay. Elbows right here. Turn your palms up. And a little tight there. Take a measurement. You're tight. I feel the tightness. Can you feel the tightness there? Look.
As in, like, turning my hands out? Yeah.
Palms up. Yeah, it measures about 3 degrees different. And turn your palms down. Wrist up, all the way up. And all the way down. And palm there. Arms straight out. Hold right there. Don't let me push. Hold, hold, hold. Arms out to the side, elbows bent. Elbows bent. Hold right there. Don't let me push. Hold, 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 hold. Hold it. Don't let me pull. Arms all the way up over your head again. Hold right there. Don't let me pull. Any problem there? Okay, back down. All right, here we go. You ready? Let's see how strong you are. Hold. Hold. Okay. Don't let me bend it. Hold it. Don't let me bend it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Bend your elbows. Hold right there. Don't let me turn over. Don't let me turn it down. Any problem with those? Okay, wrist up. Hold right there. Hold, 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 hold. Turn. Wrist up. Hold it. Hold it, hold it. All right. So, first thing we're going to work on is posture. Goodness gracious. I can just dig my whole... You feel that?
Yeah.
I mean, that should not be. So you're a little weak back here in these posterior shoulder girdle muscles. You're super tight here. Have you ever felt like this is really tight right here? Nah, because you're 16, you don't care. But you're weaker here in the middle trap and the lower trap. There's a big trapezius muscle comes from here all the way down here. It's a big triangularly shaped muscle. And there's how many parts of it? What are they, Allie? I already told you. I like to quiz Allie. What parts are there?
Is it superior?
Or it's like upper trap, middle trap, and lower trap. That's an easy one because it's just what it is. But you should have about a 1-to-1 ratio, upper trap to lower trap. And I would bet you've probably got a 300-to-1 ratio of upper trap working and lower trap not working. I mean, I'm serious when they've done biofeedback of muscular instability and muscular imbalance. It really is incredible how much more this works than this lower trap when you've got this posture that's going forward.
How did you fix that?
Pardon me?
How did you fix that?
We're going to show him some stretches, and we're going to get started with some stretchy band, strengthening TheraBand things. And you can share this with your family and friends. But, and then we're going to work our way down because you've got to have a good core. And now they're calling the posterior shoulder girdle, which is that middle trap, lower trap, rhomboids, all the muscles that are back there between your shoulder blades. That's your upper core. Like you hear about people talking about their core all the time when there's a lower core now and an upper core. And what they're finding with Tommy John injuries, your ulnar collateral ligament injuries, is that there is instability and weakness in the posterior shoulder girdle. So in order to have an elbow that's going to let you wrestle and do what you want to do, we need to be sure that you've got that core, that upper core working on for you. Because otherwise that force that you have with, well, for baseball players it's throwing, but for you it would be moving or twisting or getting that opponent into the mat. That force is going to be translated when you don't have the stability in your upper core, in your shoulder blade area. Then that force is translated down through the elbow, and you're going to re-injure or have a greater chance of re-injury. So that's what we're going to start with. I didn't give you full force here, just but I think we can work on some strengthening. The stabilizers for that ulnar collateral ligament are your wrist flexors that do this, and the pronators that do this, that turn your palm up, and you're a little tight there. So the first thing we'll do is show you how to stretch that, and what you're going to do with this one is tuck that elbow in, straighten up, nice and tall, straight, straight, straight. You tuck your elbow into your side. Now take your right hand and put your fingers here, and then your thumb, and you're just going to pull down with your fingers and push up with your thumb. Now don't kill it, but do you feel some stretch there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're just going to just stretch and hold that for about 20 or 30 seconds. I do not have a picture of this. If you feel like you're going to need a refresher, and you need to get your dad to take his cell phone out and take a picture of this, because I do not have
We
a
recording.
picture of this. Oh, are you kidding me? Did I give him consent to do that? So,
As soon as you talk about the posture, I don't care about anything else. This is
you're
pure
gonna
gold.
hold-
Grandma's gonna love it.
You're going to hold for 20 or 30 seconds and then release it.
She's a nurse and would walk by and shove her thumb into our backs. I have two brothers. She tried so hard. So,
Okay, so that's the stretch for there. And your elbow, I think you're getting there with your elbow. It might be, like you said, a little bit tighter over here. I'm not worried so much about that right now. Okay, go ahead and stand up for me. And you're going to lift your chest. Now, that, it feels like a pull. You feel, is that like, gosh, that's work.
I mean,
A little bit.
sort of, yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do is stretch those pecs, because what keeps you from really straightening is a lot of times is tightness in the pecs, and that is from video games and watching, carrying book bags,
Cell phones.
sitting at desks, and because you're tall, you're kind of like, he's so tall. So you're going to stretch your pecs. So there's two pecs, a pec major and a pec minor, but there's three ways to stretch, because the pec minor has two parts. It has the part that comes from your collarbone and a part that comes from your sternum or your chest bone. So you're going to put your hands in different positions to stretch those. So you start with your hands even with your shoulders, and you're going to put one foot through the door. You don't want to do this. You don't want to lean in just with your upper body. So you're going to put your foot through the door. It's almost like you're doing a lunge. So you're just going to lean in, through the door. Hold that 20 seconds, no, 30 seconds. And then you come back up. You're going to do 3 in this position. And then you're going to come up so your elbow is even with your shoulder. And you're going to come through the doorway again. 30-second hold. 3 of these. And then you're going to go up way high. This one's probably going to be the tightest for most people it is. This is the pec minor, and it's always shortened when your arms are forward. Your shoulders are forward. So 30 seconds here, 3 reps of that. So give this a try.
So first one, the wrists are even.
Hands are even with your shoulders. Step through with one foot. It's almost like you're doing a lunge. Hips are leading you through. Bring your head back just a little bit. Chin tuck. There you go. Yeah, you feel some stretch there, Luke? Okay, hold it 30 seconds.
you remember what the next one was?
Do you want me to go ahead and do
Yes, I do. I'm sorry. Yeah, keep moving. Hips are leading you. Head back. There you go. You should feel that in a little bit different position. A bit different place and through the front part of your chest.
Evidently, I do. I do it, but I just don't realize it. I get concentrating on what I'm doing so much I forget to breathe, I guess. And, quit breathing, you can't get it down too much straight. I don't know why.
That's the worst one.
It's the tightest.
It is the toughest, yeah. That makes sense.
I held my breath until I got married. I was afraid I wouldn't get all the questions right.
Is it tight on the chest or the elbow? Just the chest.
Chest muscle.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel anything in the elbow with this.
Every morning I ask him how his elbow is, and he'd get tired of it because he's 16. He doesn't like me.
You ask him what?
How his elbow is.
Oh.
He's like, Dad, elbow's fine. Yes.
Okay, you got that one?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now he's trying to show off her grandma calling me ma'am.
I just forget your flag.
Oh.
Yeah, he has no choice.
You guys are the most courteous. I do love it. Okay, lift your chest. Get those hands out of your pocket. Right here.
Oh, they're gonna beat him.
Here we go. Back to the wall.
We have noodles.
All right, so Dad is going to help you with this one, all right? We're
Yeah.
putting him to work. So what he's going to do is just press back.
Oh, this will be fun.
How's that feel?
I mean,
She's not trying to hurt you though.
No.
His brother just came home from college yesterday.
You've got that taken care of. Beating pummeling you. So do you feel some stretch through the front here?
yeah.
So, oh, golly. So what you're just trying to do, Dad, is just help him stretch. And this is a great way to do this.
Like 30 seconds again.
Yeah, 30 seconds a minute, whatever you want to stand here and quiz him about the day. But you're just trying to help open up this chest because he's so tight through here. Especially right here. You feel that? So now what your job here is to tuck your chin down. And it doesn't want to go easily there because you're like far. So you're gonna tuck your chin and hold it. Perfect. That's good. Tuck your chin and hold it. 10 seconds. Chest up. There you go. Shoulders relaxed. Yes. 10 seconds. Do about 3 or 4 of those for me.
Did you try to tuck your pants into your socks? Why would you do that?
It's just the thing I'm supposed to do.
It is?
Critic in every crowd, isn't there? Okay, you got that one? Now what you're going to do next is just lift your chest and squeeze that noodle between your shoulder blades. Your hand, not up with the top part, let that drop. Just lift your chest, shoulders down. Yes. This is foreign world here because those muscles aren't used to working. So you feel it kicking in, you feel it just kind of squeezing around that noodle.
Yeah.
Okay. That is what I want. Now, your mama is going to be so proud seeing this because this is excellent posture right here. I know it feels a little stiff and awkward, and you'll come out of this and it won't be quite so stiff and awkward, but this is where you want to go. This is where you want to head Because if you can keep this posture, then you're gonna have much less chance of, number one, re-injuring this elbow, but number two, having other musculoskeletal problems. Because looking at your posture and alignment, I could probably put in writing and guarantee that you will have some neck or shoulder or both kind of problems in your future. Now, it may be, 20 years or 30 years from now, but that posture will get you into trouble. And this is the time to create some change in that. So you're going to hold that 10 seconds or so, then release it, and do a couple more of those for me.
Had you ever thought of doing clinics at the school, like if you were paid?
Yeah, I've been happy to do that. I am the posture queen. I love teaching and instructing kids about adults. Because posture's so fundamental in musculoskeletal function. So happy to. Okay.
I'm the Boosters president at the NCLA
All right.
down the street.
Yeah.
And so the little girl on the cover of the paper, I gave her the flowers.
Oh.
I coached her in soccer. But yeah, we have a very aggressive PE program. And so we might call upon you.
Sure enough.
Be happy to pay for your services, man.
Well, we also try to do some community outreach. We haven't done a lot of it lately, but I'm sure it works. Okay, so that's the next one. And right now he's like, I haven't done anything for my elbow.
No, you have. He's not that dumb.
Yeah.
Seriously. He goes to the early college. He's a bright child. I mean, he may not probably look at him, but...
Quit. You get no slack at home, do you, Lynn? Okay, so I'm trying to get you some pictures of these that I have. Next thing you're going to do, get your hands away from the front. It can't be in your pockets and it can't be here, because guess what happens when you do that? You're rounding, okay? So if you're going to do something with your hands, put them behind you. Lift that chest up, okay? Be proud of that 6'4" frame you got, okay? So next you're going to lift your chest, put your palms up, shoulders down and back, good. And then you squeeze a little around the noodle, and then you're just going to bring your arms out to the side and hands out to the side. There you go. You should feel it just a little more between your shoulder blades, yes? Okay. And then maybe you have to come out that far. You just bring your arms out to the side. And back. Do about 5 or 6 of those. We're just moving on now.
The thing I was doing was just a little bit, so this hand is gonna be facing downward. That's the same exercise, we're not doing an extra one, it's the same one, just a different picture. But this is what I was gonna have you do this today with me.
All right. So next you're going to do a W. So you did to the L's, and then you're just going to go up the W.
Like that.
Yep, just like that. You should feel it between your shoulder blades. And this is, you're not lifting big weights, but you're working the muscles that you need to have to keep your posture up all day. And those are endurance muscles. And I don't know how much time you've been in the weight room, but there's endurance and strength. Muscles work in different ways. And endurance muscles are the muscles that need to hold you up all day long. And you work endurance muscles with very little resistance, or in this case, no resistance, and multiple reps. So this is stuff that you got to think about throughout the day. And you don't have to have the noodle between your shoulder blades to do these things, but that's a great teaching tool because it's such a good tactile cue of where your shoulder blades need to be. Down and back, down and back, down and back. And you don't have to lift the house. You don't have to lift a big, heavy weight to get strength to hold you upright all day. And that's the goal right now. That's the first thing you want to do. Okay, so lift just a little more. There you go, shoulders down. That looks great. That looks really good. Okay, and you got the one we're going to stretch. I'll just put down stretch, turning palms up. Okay, Okay, now let's get rid of the noodle. And just stand, show me a good posture now. Yeah, no wall. You don't even need the wall. Okay. Relax your shoulders a little bit. Lift your chest a little bit. That's it. Now, reach out here and give me a high five. Come on, reach. Other hand. Okay. So the idea is you want to be able to hold your shoulders back while you move your arms in space. Okay, so that's the next goal. But that's good. All right, now I'm going to show you another way to stretch those pecs because they're super tight. You're going to lie down on this noodle on your back. Okay, knees stays bent up. Knees are up. Okay, and just bring your arms out to the side. Palms up. Okay, this will give your elbow a little stretch as well. You don't have to have a bed or table that you hang off of the edge. You can do this on the floor or even on your bed. You feel a little stretch in the front here? Mm-hmm. Okay. So what you're going to do, up just a little bit more, both sides. What you're going to do is try to work here, like allowing this to stretch for 3 to 5 minutes. And you're going to feel it at the end of that 3 to 5 minutes. You'll feel some tightness somewhere along your arm. And if it gets super tight, you spin your elbow up, give it a little break, and come right back out. You don't have to restart the timer. So the idea is that you're getting this prolonged stretch through those pecs. Any questions for me while you're lying there? Dad, any questions for me?
No, ma'am. They have a Civil Air Patrol chapter there too. It's voluntary. It's mandatory for like the 6th graders. Like they start them out just for 1 year, and they learn to stand at attention, orders, drill. It's not. That's it.
Hardcore, but
Leadership stuff more, and they get to fly actually.
wow,
Which,
really?
and so even the kid, middle schoolers are relatively useless children, but
Middle school education is relatively useless.
it's just difficult to. That's a tough age, and then they start to come out of it in high school. But I have middle school twin daughters right now, so I'm living the
dream.
But they get to fly, which is awesome. I've been impressed. I mean, this is the second of 4 children to go through the school. I have 5. The oldest was in the early college program the first year the school opened. My wife's the vice principal,
Okay.
so she.
My girls were in early college at in Guilford County.
Okay. Yeah, his big brother is a 2nd-year senior at Appalachian State.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My daughter, she could have graduated quicker, but she graduated with a master's in 4 years.
Oh, did she? Nice.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. She
No.
went in sophomore hours, and
Yeah.
so yeah, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, my son just.
It's not for every kid.
No, and his big brother changed his major this year, which was counterproductive, but it's okay.
And you've got that ability to do that.
Yeah. He wanted to be a teacher. His mom told him not to.
Okay, bend your elbows up. Are you feeling a little stretch in your elbow with that? But not a bad.
No.
Okay. So that's the way to start. I'm going to show you over on your right arm. As that gets easy peasy, then you're going to work towards getting your arms on up to, well, let's just go ahead and try this, up to about 120 degrees. And you should feel even a bigger stretch there, right? Yeah. So you start where you can. So you're going to start down about 80 or 90, and then you're working up. Whoa. Just the phone. Just the phone. I'm just doing this because this is super tight. I know you can feel that. Okay. All right, up you go. So a simple little swim noodle. Will you grab that purple ball for me, Allie? I'll show you a couple more things. Straighten up, arms down and back, shoulders up. All right, this is just a little 3-inch light up ball from the Dollar Tree. And what you're gonna do with this is try to massage some of that tight stuff. And I know you can feel it when I push on it, but I think you'll be able to feel it with this. You just start with it between your shoulder blades and you just rock and roll side to side. And then you can kind of up and down along your spine. You can go wherever you want to. But for you, then I want you to work into this pec. So you're gonna go forward and just lean. You're not pushing your shoulder forward. You're just leaning into that ball just to get some tissue to release there. Turn around and let's try the back first. And there's no right or wrong. And however far you lean will determine the pressure that you have there. And I just write self-massage using a
3-inch.
about a 3-inch ball. It's about the size of a softball, but not as hard as a softball. You feel that? Feels okay? You can come on up towards those upper traps if you want to. Okay. That is it today. And I think I'm going to print these things that I have for you, and then Dad has the one that he had. Well, he's got everything on camera. I have to be really careful what I say to Dad.
No, you don't.